In the attic of an old Victorian house, young Emily discovered a dusty doll hidden in a cobweb-covered chest. Its porcelain face, frozen in a haunting smile, sent shivers down her spine. Ignoring the warnings of her grandmother, Emily took the doll to her room. That night, a soft voice whispered from the shadows, "Play with me." The doll's eyes gleamed in the darkness, following Emily's every move. Terrified, she tried to flee, but the door slammed shut. The doll floated towards her, its delicate fingers elongating into twisted claws. Just as it reached out, Emily remembered her grandmother's words, "Break the curse with fire." With trembling hands, she lit a match, setting the doll ablaze. As flames consumed it, the house echoed with anguished screams. The next morning, all that remained was ash and a faint smell of burning plastic. Emily never ventured into the attic again, but some nights, a chilling laughter could still be heard, a reminder of the forgotten doll's curse. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows among the trees, Amelia lost her way in the dense thicket. Panic clawed at her chest as darkness enveloped the forest. A faint rustling nearby sent shivers down her spine. Heart racing, she quickened her pace, only to trip over something in the undergrowth. A cold dread settled over her as she realized she was not alone. A soft whisper, almost inaudible, slithered through the trees, calling her name. Trembling, Amelia followed the eerie sound deeper into the woods. Suddenly, she stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an otherworldly glow. In the center stood a circle of ancient stones, each inscribed with cryptic symbols. At the heart of it all, a figure cloaked in shadows beckoned to her. Paralyzed with fear, Amelia watched as the figure raised its hand, pointing towards a hidden path. Compelled by an unseen force, she took a step forward. The ground beneath her trembled, and the trees around her seemed to whisper ancient secrets. As she reached the end of the path, Amelia's eyes widened in horror. Before her lay a grotesque altar, adorned with bones and dried flowers. The figure's voice echoed in her mind, revealing a chilling truth. She had stumbled upon a sacred grove, where the forest demanded a sacrifice. With a final blood-curdling scream, the woods claimed their price, sealing Amelia's fate in darkness. As the small town of Willow Creek basked in the tranquility of a snowy winter morning, darkness descended when the snowflakes began to fall crimson. Panic rippled through the community as the once pristine white landscape transformed into a macabre scene. Residents whispered of an ancient curse, a tale of betrayal and bloodshed that cursed the town. With each crimson snowflake that touched the ground, memories long forgotten resurfaced, stirring a sense of dread. As night fell, shadows danced eerily along the crimson-covered streets, and the chilling wind echoed haunting whispers. The townsfolk, gripped by fear, sought refuge in their homes, but safety eluded them. Those who dared to peer outside witnessed ghostly figures wandering the blood-tainted snow, seeking vengeance for sins of the past. In a heart-stopping climax, the town's darkest secret was revealed, a truth so sinister that it froze the marrow in their bones. As the crimson snow continued to fall relentlessly, a chilling realization dawned upon the townspeople. They were condemned to relive the horrors of that fateful day for eternity, trapped in a cycle of torment and despair amidst the crimson snowfall. In the quaint village of Willow's Hollow, a young couple, Emma and Jack, purchased an old Victorian house nestled by the woods. On the first night, faint whispers echoed from beneath the creaky floorboards, sending shivers down their spines. Ignoring it as mere house settling, they drifted into an uneasy sleep. As nights passed, the whispers grew louder, forming eerie chants that seemed to beckon them downstairs. Emma, consumed by curiosity, pried open a floorboard, revealing a hidden chamber. Inside lay a weathered journal and a dusty music box. The journal spoke of a previous owner driven to madness by the relentless whispers under the house. Against Jack's pleas, Emma wound up the music box. Its haunting melody filled the room, intensifying the whispers. Shadows danced on the walls as the whispers turned menacing. Jack rushed to close the box, but it was too late. The whispers ceased abruptly, leaving behind an ominous silence. Emma's eyes glazed over, and she whispered, "Join us." Jack, horrified, realized the chilling truth. He would never escape the whispers beneath the floorboards. In the quaint town of Sleepy Hollow, the annual Harvest Festival was a night of celebration and joy. However, this year, a sense of unease lingered in the crisp autumn air. As the townsfolk gathered in the town square, the festivities began with music and laughter. But as the moon rose high in the sky, a mysterious mist rolled in, shrouding the square in an eerie glow. Suddenly, the laughter turned to hushed whispers as the townspeople noticed shadowy figures moving among them, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. Panic spread through the crowd as the figures closed in, their twisted faces contorted in silent screams. The townsfolk tried to flee, but an invisible force held them in place. In the center of the square, a figure emerged from the mist, the Harvest King, a spectral being draped in tattered robes, carrying a scythe, glistening with an otherworldly light. With a bone-chilling cackle, he raised his scythe, and the ground trembled beneath the townspeople's feet. In a horrifying twist, the Harvest King reaped their souls, one by one, claiming them for his ghastly harvest. As the last scream echoed through the mist, the townsfolk found themselves alone in the square. The Harvest King and his minions vanished without a trace. And so, the Harvest Festival in Sleepy Hollow ended not in celebration, but in a chilling tale of souls lost to the darkness of the night. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the once vibrant carnival grounds transformed into a haunting spectacle. A lone figure, Lily, stumbled upon the deserted fairgrounds, drawn by an eerie melody that seemed to linger in the air. The towering Ferris wheel creaked ominously in the wind, casting long, foreboding shadows. Curiosity overcoming fear, Lily ventured deeper, each step echoing in the empty expanse. Suddenly, the carousel creaked to life, its painted horses moving in a macabre dance. Panic gripped her as the music intensified, surrounding her in a sinister embrace. Racing towards the exit, Lily found herself trapped, the carnival twisting and warping around her. Faces contorted in agony stared from the funhouse mirrors, beckoning her closer. With a final, desperate scream, Lily broke free, only to realize the carnival had vanished, leaving her standing alone in the darkness. Shaken but alive, Lily understood the chilling truth. The Phantom Carnival lured unsuspecting souls, offering a twisted performance where escape was a mere illusion. As the clock struck midnight, the streets fell silent, except for the faint sound of rustling leaves. Sarah, walking home from work, noticed a grand mansion ablaze with lights. Curiosity piqued. She approached the imposing gates to find them ajar. Entering cautiously, she discovered a lavish masquerade ball in full swing. Masked guests danced in eerie silence to an unseen orchestra. A masked figure clad in black caught Sarah's eye, beckoning her to join the haunting waltz. Entranced, she twirled with the mysterious stranger until the music abruptly stopped. The figure whispered, "Care to see behind the masks?" Sarah hesitated, a chill running down her spine. As the masks began to peel off, she saw grotesque faces twisted with malice. Panic surged as she realized she was trapped in a macabre gathering of spirits. Desperate to escape, Sarah tore off her mask, only to find her own face staring back at her, devoid of life. The guests cackled in unison as Sarah's screams echoed through the mansion. The clock struck 1, and the grand ballroom vanished, leaving Sarah alone on the deserted street. Trembling, she fled into the night, the memory of the midnight masquerade eternally etched in her mind. As Emily's eyes fluttered open, she found herself lying on damp moss in a dimly lit forest. Panic surged through her as she realized she had no memory of how she ended up there. Disoriented, she tried to stand but stumbled, feeling a sense of foreboding in the eerie silence. Whispers rustled through the trees, sending a shiver down her spine. Ignoring the throbbing headache, Emily pushed through the undergrowth, each step echoing ominously. A faint light ahead drew her towards a clearing, where shadows danced in a macabre waltz. Suddenly, memories flooded back. A sinister figure in the darkness, a plea for help ignored. The whispers grew louder, mocking her confusion. Trembling, Emily reached a gnarled tree with carvings of forgotten names. As she traced her fingers over the letters, a chilling wind enveloped her. A voice echoed, "You should have remembered." A blinding light consumed her, and in that moment, Emily understood the price of forgotten promises. The forest faded, leaving her alone in a void of whispers. The truth dawned. She had trespassed into a realm of lost memories, haunted by her own neglect. A cold realization gripped her soul as the whispers faded into a haunting silence, sealing her fate in the shadows of her past.